one of the challenges I think for divorce coaches, this is also a challenge I think for law clerks and other people who are not lawyers but are in the family law space, is the not giving of legal advice. Because sometimes a client has a situation and or has a question, and you may very well know the correct answer from your experience. Just like a law clerk, we get a call and the client asks the law clerk the question. The law clerk knows the answer, but because legally only the lawyer can give the actual legal advice, they can't give it. And so how do you navigate that line as a divorce coach? And what are the, I guess, if somebody out there in the public is working with a divorce coach who's, to me, that's one of the problems with the profession not being regulated, and why DCAO can, I think, be really helpful in terms of making sure that that there's an organization that people can know is recognized, and and divorce coaches are accredited, so that you don't have somebody who perhaps is practicing law but is a divorce coach. So what do you have to say on that issue?
It's a great topic, and a lot of my training for divorce coaches encompasses how to not step on legal toes, because that's something that is so important. It does come up so much. So being able to actually understand what is a legal question versus what is not is where people need to start their training. And when there is, and I receive questions all the time that are a legal question, and it's easy for me to spot them. And even if I do know the answer, it's really important to always alert the client that that is a legal question. And, unfortunately, that's not something that I would be able to answer because I cannot give legal advice. So having that response as your go-to when you know it's a legal question is a definite must. And you're right, being a part of DCAO and having the proper training to understand that divorce coach is not going to step on legal toes is so important. And one of the things that is also really important as a divorce coach is to not really tell clients what to do. You want to inform them of different options that they have and give pros and cons to each of those options. But one of the things that a trained divorce coach will never do is say, you must do this, even if it's a very clear direction that you see as a professional in dealing with situations all the time. Because that's one of the things that some divorce coaches I've heard and seen have done, which again will really negatively impact clients, and it's destructive. So being a part of DCAO is going to prevent that type of coach from being referred and not recognized as a professional in the industry.
Yeah, because I think somebody can really do a lot of damage if they're not properly trained, and people who are going through divorce are, often in a very vulnerable situation, and they're feeling overwhelmed and lost, and they're looking for guidance, and they're very reliant on, any of the professionals that they work with. And so if they are working with somebody who isn't properly trained, or that person could have the potential to really have a detrimental impact on them.
Absolutely. And as a divorce coach working with a client, you build trust. You build a lot of trust, and they look to you for guidance all the time. And when I'm working with the client, I never want to betray their trust, and I never want to take advantage of it. Because likely things that I'll say, they'll take to heart. So I'm very careful and diligent with the things that I say, because I know that it's something that could definitely impact them negatively. And you definitely don't want to do that at such a vulnerable time, or any time, but while they're going through this, and it can have such an impact on their lives moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely.